What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Vulkan, and today we had a massive news release drop for Tower of Fantasy. So early this morning, they posted a sneak peek of Vera, which is the new world coming to the game. It's going to bring 3 new zones, a kind of really arid, deserty region, the cyberpunk city of Mioria, and this underground region for us to explore. So if you're somebody who has completely 100%ed every map, don't worry, new content is coming soon. That way you can just completely consume that and 100% all of those maps. If you're somebody who has not yet completed everything to do in Tower of Fantasy, then you have even more content coming that you can look forward to. Now, I'm of the mind that more content is always better, so I'm excited that they announced this. Now, the other thing that's kind of interesting is I guess Genshin's dropping an update today for Sumeru. Again, I'm not entirely sure. I haven't played that game since launch, but I'm not sure if this is like a marketing ploy and they're revealing this a little bit sooner than they originally wanted to. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and go through this trailer. We're going to talk about everything that's going to be coming with this patch, as well as take a guess as to when we might see this content update drop. All right, so let's go ahead and get this thing kicked. So opens with Lynn. Everyone is so pumped for Lynn. Every video I put out, there's a handful of comments that say, don't care, waiting for Lynn, doesn't matter, whatever you're talking about, who cares? Lynn's coming, and that's the only thing that matters. So very excited to test her out. Here's that arid, kind of deserty region. Got new mounts to chase. Exciting. Got Ruby doing her hyper beam. Lynn again, exciting times. So here's that Mioria city, that cyberpunk city. This just looks super cool. So one of the things that I've heard from, well, just about anybody who's played Chinese version is that this is a really cool city for traversal, because you can climb all of these things like this. You can climb through all of it, you can explore all of it, and there's so many kind of nucleus that are tucked away in so many different areas, and it just makes it fun to kind of find everything. So hopefully it's not overly dense where things are just packed on top of each other and it's more frustrating because you don't know if you need to go up or down or whatever. If it's as wide as it is tall, then I think we'll be in a really good spot. And that's it. That's all we got. That's the sneak peek, but you can see down here, new update, Vera is coming soon. So if you're a fan of Blizzard games, you know that soon could mean anywhere from tomorrow to a decade from now. Soon has literally no meaning. Soon is something that means something completely different in the gaming industry than it does in real life. So yeah, they've been saying Diablo 4 has been coming soon for like 8 years. But anyway, there are a couple things that we can do to take a guess at when this is coming. And what I want to do is I want to flip over to this Tower of Fantasy info website. This is a fantastic website, first off. If you don't use toweroffantasy.info, please do. The person and the people rather who put this stuff together, they're just fantastic folks. They care so much about the game, and they put just tons of quality into the way this is presented and into the way this website works. So please go check it out. It's in the description below. Okay, so we're looking at all of the characters we have right now, as well as the Chinese versions. So anything that doesn't have this CN tag is what's available on global. So we can see Nemesis here. This is currently our limited edition banner. So she's our limited banner. You can pull on her right now. It was recently confirmed that Frigg is our next banner, and she's coming September 1st. We also know that Claudia and Cobalt are the next 2 banners after that. So these 2 are the ones that should be coming, right? Now, I'm not entirely sure about these 2. I've heard some back and forth about Mark and Bayuki. And the reason I say that is because I guess these were like collaboration characters in China where they worked with some prominent, Chinese celebrity or figure in order to create these. And because of that, these most likely will stay limited to the Chinese version. But again, we don't have any confirmation on that. It's kind of what's been going around since before launch. So I guess we can assume that they will not be coming here. And if that's the case, then we have Claudia and Cobalt B. And then we have Ruby. We saw her in the trailer. And we have Lynn. We saw her in the trailer. So let's break this down a little bit. So Nemesis came out on the 11th. Okay. So Nemesis came out on the 11th when the game launched. So 3 weeks from now would be the 1st. That lines up pretty well. And let's say Frigg also goes for 3 weeks. That's going to put her limited banner ending on the 22nd. And then let's say we kick off to Claudia. So we go 3 weeks after that, and we're on October 6th, or 13th rather. We go 3 weeks after that, we're on November 3rd. And this is when Cobalt B or Claudia, either one, that banner is ending. Now, this ends on a Thursday. The game launched on a Thursday. There are updates that go out on Thursdays. Patches happen on Thursday. To me, November 3rd makes absolute sense. It's patch day, the limited banner for Cobalt B or Claudia or whoever is ending that day, and it's heading into a weekend, but it still gives them 2 full days of, you know, work time to manage any sort of like breaks or anything like that. So you're not going to have a ton of people taking those days off to try to jump in and play the game. Instead, people are going to wait for the weekend so you can kind of ease into it. This is just kind of the perfect spot for that new content patch to go live. So let's talk about who might be coming next with the limited banner. So we have Ruby and we have Lynn. Both of these were announced in the trailer. Everyone wants Lynn. Everyone seems to always want Lynn. So there's 2 things that are going to happen. People are going to get Lynn. So it's either going to be, this is the first banner, we're going to give you Lynn. That way you're excited, you're super pumped, you get to roll for the character you want, all of that fun stuff. Or they're going to keep Lynn kind of on the shelf for now, do Ruby, but then say the next one is going to be Lynn. And that way people will kind of work on Ruby if they want her, or they're going to continue playing and they're going to save up all their crystals, and then they're going to roll for Lynn when Lynn becomes available. So there's 2 ways to go about it. Personally, I think Lynn might be the first banner because there's so much hype around her that they want to continue kind of keeping the momentum here, and they're going to put her out there. That way people can get her and then continue to play with her. And then Ruby will definitely come next. And then after that, I'm not entirely sure if we got Saki, if we got Lyra, or if we got Tien. I mean, who knows? If they're going in story order, I guess, then we might see this order here. But again, I didn't play the Chinese version, so I'm not entirely sure. But that's just me spitballing here. So I do think Vera is probably going to be coming out either the 1st week of November or the 2nd week of November. And I do believe it's coming out on a Thursday. But either way, guys, I'm really excited for it. I think it's going to be a fantastic addition. I think it's going to give a lot of people stuff to do, and I'm excited to get some new banner characters in there. So let me ask you guys a couple questions. So 1, do you think this update is coming out too soon? Do you think it's coming out too late? And if you know that Lynn and Ruby are the next 2 coming with Vera, are you going to roll on Frigg, Claudia, or Cobalt? So curious to hear your thoughts there. Anyway, let's talk about it in the comment section below. If you like Tower Fantasy content, please consider liking and subscribing. And as always, this has been Vulkan. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.